Happy Monday, y'all. Okay, let's see. How does that work? There we go, a little better. I want y'all to be able to see. All right, happy Monday. I'm doing something a little different, so y'all just bear with me here. Happy, 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 wiki, 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 wiki. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy, 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 happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy, happy, happy. Hey, happy, 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 happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. I pray that you all are well. I pray that your families are well. I pray that you all have had a fantastic day. I pray that your day has been filled with so much joy, so much peace. I pray that the joy of the Lord is your strength. I pray that you made the most out of your day. I pray that your day was very fulfilling, not just busy, but I pray that it was productive. I pray that every activity, every action that you did today brought you closer to your goals and to your intention. I pray that you set a focus on this week with the intention of accomplishing every goal and that focus. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Transformational Mondays. For those of you all who do not know me, my name is Dr. JaNee Mobley. I'm affectionately known as Dr. JaNee, and I help women overcome mindsets that prevent profit, progress, and prosperity and help them to position their purpose for profit. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, share this live with about 2 or 3 people. Also, if you haven't, make sure that you say hi, right? And if you're watching this on replay, make sure you type in hashtag replay. I always love to see who comes back in and watches the live. So, good evening. Welcome to Transformational Mondays. Once again, make sure you all share this live. Thank you for the hearts. Y'all tell me where you all are tuning in from. For those of you all who don't know me, my name is Dr. JaNee Mobley. I'm affectionately known as Dr. JaNee, and I help women overcome mindsets that prevent profit, progress, and prosperity and help them to position their purpose for profit. So tonight we're going to talk about a topic that I am so excited about, a revelation that God gave me that every business needs to have. We hear a lot, and I want you all to chime in. If you are an entrepreneur or desire to be an entrepreneur, I want you to type a 1 in the chat. Again, type a 1 in the chat if you are an entrepreneur or desire to be an entrepreneur. Love to kind of take a poll to see where everybody is. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. So tonight I want to talk to you all about the major thing that you need to be working on forever in your business. Can somebody type in forever, that you will always work on as long as you have a business and as long as you live? This is one area that I want you to always work on, and that area is your foundation, right? So one of the things that I always tell people, let me get my my marker here. One of the things that I always tell people that, and this is something that I learned, right? That the hardest thing that you will ever work on in entrepreneurship, the hardest thing that you will ever build as you embark upon the journey of profiting from your purpose, building a business, building an enterprise, leading a company, is not your marketing. You won't work hardest on your, or shouldn't be, you won't work hardest on sales, you won't work hardest on conversions. The hardest thing that you will ever work on is, can somebody point to you, right? Put a me emoji in the chat. The hardest thing that you will ever work on in your business is you. The biggest aspect that you will ever build of your business is you. And I'm going to show you all. And let me put a sidebar here. I am nobody's artiste. Okay? Let me put that again. The doctor of my name, where you hear Dr. JaNee or Dr. JaNee Mobley, that is a doctorate of pharmacy. So I am nobody's architect. I am nobody's artist. That wasn't a gift that God gave me. Just understand that I am just giving you all this example for as a visual, because I'm a very visual person and I just wanted to try something new on tonight. Hi, Jay. Hi, I believe it's Rita. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please forgive me. As you all come in, make sure you share this live, okay? So I'm going to draw something here. Again, I'm nobody's artist, okay? Let's make that clear, okay? So again, make sure you all subscribe to my channel. So here is a building. Can y'all see that? Okay, here's a building. And again, y'all can, whatever, who cares? Okay, so these are windows. Okay, so at the bottom here is what's known as the foundation. The bottom here is the foundation. So we got the building here, which represents your business, okay? And the part that nobody talks about, when we talk about up here, I wish I had my red marker, but whatever. When we talk about up here, people talk a lot about sales. What are some other areas that people talk about in business? They talk about marketing. They talk about leadership, right? They talk about sales, marketing, leadership, all of this pertaining to the business. Again, if you all haven't, make sure you all subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for the likes and the hearts, right? They talk about customers, clients. All of these are areas that people can see. All of these are areas that majority of people see and hear about when they talk about businesses and the journey of entrepreneurship. But little amount of time, or really minimal amount of time, is spent on this part here, which is foundation. So tonight we're going to talk about the part that nobody sees, that nobody talks about. And I want you all to understand, I'm trying to get the best view. When you see people on social media, they talk a lot about this here. Oh, can't forget that part. They talk about the money, revenue, profits, right? They talk about all of this stuff here. Hi, Monica. They talk about all of this stuff here. But little is spoken about the foundation of business. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you all about the part that nobody, I won't say nobody, but minimal amount of people speak about. And it is the most important aspect of a business. So what is a foundation? By definition, and I'm going to make sure I quote Webster correctly, okay, and then I'm going to give y'all my version. By definition, Webster tells us that foundation is a basis upon which something stands or is supported. So when we look at this structure here as a business, the business is being supported by the foundation. So we have to understand that just as this building is sitting on this foundation and it provides the support as to how this building can stand, that's what a foundation does. It provides support. It provides stability. Foundation in Hebrew means to found. It means to find, to be founded, establish, begin, and set. So when we look at foundation is supportive. It provides stability. It is where something begins. Go with me and stay with me. Foundation is a body or ground upon which something stands upon. So let's put this in perspective. When you look at a building, let's look at the house that you're living in. Majority of everybody can see the building. They can see the physical structure. They can see the windows. They can see the roof. They can see the walls. They can see the brick. They can see the stone. But the part that nobody sees that allows that structure, that allows that house, that allows that townhome, that allows that apartment building to stand is the part that nobody sees, and that's the foundation. Good evening, y'all. As y'all come on in. Right? It's the part that nobody sees, but it is the most important aspect of keeping this building standing. So I want you to think about your business. Your business is the sales, it's the leadership, you being the CEO, it's the systems that keep that business running. What's also a part of your business is the customers, because we understand that if we don't have no customers, we don't have, and also leads, I have to add that, right? If you don't have customers, if you don't have clients, guess what? You don't have no money. Right? This is the part that everybody sees, that everybody talks about. But the part that nobody spends, well, I'll say minimal people spend time on is the foundation of your business. Guess who is the foundation? And guess what, if you want to say it like that? Guess who is the foundation of your business? You are. You are the foundation of your business. According to Webster, if we go back to the definition of Webster, Webster states that a foundation is a basis upon which something stands or is supported. Right? In Hebrew, the definition of foundation again means to find or to be founded. So just like a ministry, a church, or a nonprofit organization is founded by certain people, is where it starts, is where it begins. Think about where your idea and your business began. It started with you. You are the foundation of your business, right? And when you think about a foundation provides support. So I want you all, if you get nothing else from anything that I say tonight, you have to understand that you are the foundation of your business. You are the support. You are who your business is founded upon. You are who that provides stability so that your business will stand. So let's put this into perspective. What happens when there is a faulty foundation? What happens when your foundation is faulty? What happens when there are cracks in the foundation? What happens when the very foundation that was laid and poured begins to break? What happens? That means the structure that is sitting on that faulty foundation is no longer in a position where it can be supported nor stabilized. So when you think of you as a person, if you are not stable, which again, you are the foundation of your business. If you are not stable, guess what? You run the risk, which will ultimately end up happening if you are not stable. Your business won't be stable. So what happens? Let's look at that. If you aren't stable, your leadership in your business won't be stable. Your marketing in your business won't be stable. You'll stop and start, stop and start, stop and start. Your sales won't be stable, so you won't have any revenue. You won't be able to generate any profit. What happens when you're unstable? Your customers will be unstable. So you have to understand that you being the foundation of your business must be stable. So let's talk about the 3 reasons why you must always work hardest on you, which is the foundation of your business. Number 1, you must always build and always work on yourself as the foundation of your business. So here's the thing, you have something to build. In the building, especially in the building phase of your business, is where you end up doing a lot, if not all, of the execution and implementation and the action of your business. You are the person who posts the content. You are the person who makes the t-shirts. You are the creative person who comes up with the designs and the ideas. You are the person that comes up with the systems or no systems. You are the person that comes up with all of the stuff pertaining to the business. You're the one that everybody's communicating with. You're the one who's pitching yourself depending upon the industry that you're in. You're the one who's doing all of the work. And if you are not working on yourself, guess what? This is why a lot of people stop and start businesses. They stop and start because they aren't stable. Their mindset is not stable. I did a video, I think it was 2 days ago. The reason why a lot of people are stuck in their purpose and they have yet to execute is they lack belief. They lack belief in their ability to succeed. They lack belief that their businesses really will grow. You can get excited about the idea initially, but when it's time to execute, you're in trying mode, doing nothing, all because you got a faulty foundation. So you must always work on yourself. Because as you build your business, you got to be tough enough to be able to build this huge structure. Remember the building phase until, and here's the thing, a lot of the times, people who start businesses have no background in business. They have the skill to maybe create the design or the creativity to make the t-shirts and so forth, or to write the book, right? Or to start programs, but no business background, no understanding of creating systems, no idea on how to market or brand anything. I forgot to put that up there as well. So at the beginning, you're figuring all of this out. So you need to be stable so that you can begin to start and build your business. The second reason why you want to always make sure that you build yourself, number 2, is so that your business can stand. Remember, you are the foundation of your business, and the foundation provides stability and support. So here's the thing. You must be set. You must be positioned. You must be established. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, believe in the Lord thy God, and ye shall be established. When I think about being established, that means to be unmovable. It's almost like somebody pouring cement and you stick both of your feet in the cement and the cement dries, and what happens? You cannot move. That's what it means to be set. In fact, once the cement dries, they say that the cement has set. So at that point, it is very difficult, almost impossible, to move or maneuver that cement. That's what it means for you to stand in your business. That's what it means for you to be established. And the only way that you can be established and set and firm in your business is by working on yourself. You must work. Here's the thing. Whenever I work with my clients, and if you all would like to learn more information, just click the link in the bio to learn more about how you can work with me. The first area that we always work on is mindset. I don't care where you are in your business. I don't care if you're just starting. I don't care if you've been in business for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Let me tell y'all a secret. I have had the opportunity of working with millionaires as my coach. I have met billionaires. And let me tell y'all the thing that all of them had in common. All of them work hardest on themselves. They are forever learning. They always have a notebook and something to transcribe with so that they can write notes. They have mentors. They have people that they can learn from. Excuse me, y'all. Why? Because they understand that they are the foundation upon which they are building their businesses, enterprise, whatever their structure. And if they are not stable, the business that they're building will never be stable. You all may be wondering, you may be looking at your life and you may be wondering why everything is going haywire. One of the reasons is that you as a person are probably not stable. You are probably not set. You probably are in dysfunction. You are probably dysfunctional. One of the things that I understand is that a lot of the times, what we see physically in our lives or externally in our lives is what's going on internally. If there's chaos externally in your life, 9 times out of 10, there may be chaos going on the inside of you. Check your mindset. Check your way of thinking. I'm telling y'all, this is something that you must always work on. When you see your business in this way, it will totally shift your way of thinking. The part that nobody sees, everybody sees this aspect up here of your business. They see all of this, the customers, the sales, the marketing, the building, the ads, all of that stuff. They see that, but nobody sees what's underneath the ground. Nobody hears what goes on in your thoughts. I was just trying to look at this angle over here to see if I can see over here. Right? So you want to always work hardest and build yourself, one, so that you can start and build your business, one, so that your business will be able to stand, and lastly, so that your business will be able to grow. I learned this when I studied foundations, that the taller the building, the deeper the foundation. I'm gonna say that again. If a company wants to build a very, very tall building, the foundation must go very, very deep to be able to support that heavy of a structure. Let me tell you something. I know that you have huge dreams. I know that your vision is so big that it scares you. Or the thought of it has you thinking like, how is all of this going to come together? But you must understand that in order for it to stand, in order for it to be built, you must work hardest on the part that nobody sees. You got to work hardest on your belief system. What's in your foundation? It's your belief system. It's your mindset. It's your faith. All of this is inclusive of your foundation. It's how you see yourself. It's how you see your business. Take an assessment tonight and ask yourself, how do you see yourself? And I'm not talking about how everybody else sees you. I want you, in your own opinion, to write, how do you see yourself? Why is this important? Because if you're wondering why you're not seeing the manifestation in your business, it could be that your foundation is unstable. It could be that your belief system is off. It could be that your mindset needs to be adjusted. It could be that you are in fear instead of faith. It could be that you are a pessimist instead of an optimist. It could be that you can't see the vision because you're looking at the now. It could be that you're attempting to build a business on a foundation of fear instead of foundation of faith. If you ask any successful entrepreneur, people in their lives, or the majority of people, probably thought that they were insane. Insane for investing all of that money, insane for investing all of that time, insane for starting something that nobody had ever thought of before, insane for taking what somebody had started and recreated it. I'm sure people thought that they were bananas. But what did they have? They had faith. They had a strong belief system. They had a mindset that said, that was settled, that was set in position, that if nobody else believes it, guess what? I believe it. So if you want a business that is positioned for growth, you must work on yourself. If you want to start a business, you must work on yourself. If you want to grow a business, you must work on yourself. If you want your business to be stable, you must work hardest on you than you do any aspect of your business. If you all would like to learn more, if you know that you are ready to take your business to the next level, if you're ready to go from idea to implementation and taking that idea off of the shelf of your mind, make sure you click the link in my bio to learn more. Again, if you all haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Until next time, remember, know your worth. Good night, y'all.